All right, the news keeps coming. Luke Fickell announced that Wisconsin has eyeing him to be the next head coach. So let's talk about this from the Wisconsin standpoint. So their coach, Paul Chris, he ends up retiring, saying like, "Hey man, this new game, the NIL collectives, the transfer portal, just not for me." So Jim Leonard gets the job. Jim Leonard, who was one of the most sought after defensive coordinators in college football, who loved Wisconsin, loved the area, stayed loyal to them. Jim Leonard, who was on a couple of those Raven defenses with Ed Reed and Ray Lewis, and Rex Ryan went out of his way to say, hey, Jim Leonard's the smartest guy on this team. He knows everything. He's a defensive savant. So this is a guy who I thought they were going to give a real opportunity to coach the team. Didn't happen. Loyalty one way is stupid. And this guy could have left to go to different places. He tried to stay loyal to Wisconsin. They ended up moving on from him anyway. Learn a lesson. But that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about this from the Wisconsin standpoint. I think this is a great hire for them. Now, they don't have the recruiting base. I'm always going to talk about the recruiting bases in the state. But Wisconsin, they're a sneaky just college in general. If you are a sports fan and you look to your left and your right and there's at least 20 people around you, you'll be surprised. One of them will be a Wisconsin graduate. They're everywhere. They're sneaky everywhere. So they have a good base, a national brand. I do think that the collectives there are more powerful and can potentially be more active than people would perceive just off of the name. But I think that it's actually a good base. They've always had a solid base of talent, a really good offensive line. They've had a sneaky amount of good quarterbacks sneak into there. You have Russell Wilson and things of that nature. Running backs, Jonathan Taylor being the last one. This iteration of the team, I don't think is that talented. I don't think the kid Allen really has the juice to be one of those top tier backs. Graham Mertz is one of the worst quarterbacks I've seen in a long time. So let's talk about Luke Fickell. Leaving Cincinnati potentially to come here. I think this is a great fit. If he was hired, if you were hiring someone to play the Wisconsin coach for a TV show, he'd probably be the guy that you pick. He culturally looks the part, physically looks the part. I think that he's shown that he can recruit in that area of the Midwest. He's shown that he's someone that can find diamonds in the rough with Ritter, with the two cornerbacks, Kobe Bryant, and the kid that's on the Jets that's killing it, Sauce Gardner. So he's shown that he can do more with less. And he's going to have better than most people think facilities and NIL collectives and transfer portal opportunities and recruiting opportunities, just base recruiting opportunities for Wisconsin. Now, they're getting rid of the divisions. So Wisconsin has lived out and dined on that for a while now. They're getting rid of the divisions here, and UCLA and USC are coming. So this is a smart hire. I think they actually showed pretty well, Cincinnati, when they went to the college football playoffs. They couldn't really get stops on Alabama, but I think they showed pretty well. They didn't look like they didn't belong on the field. It looked like one SEC power playing an SEC lower tier team. So I think this is a really good hire if they can get him to agree. Again, I thought this might be a job that Jim Leonard keeps. He's been a sought-after defensive coordinator for a couple of years now. And, it's sad that he didn't get the job, but that's the game. Loyalty one way is not intelligent. So, let this be a lesson to everyone out there. But just from the Wisconsin side, I do like this hire. I do like this hire if they can pull it off. Let me know what you think. The game is a game.